We're going live. Let's see if we get everything to work, because we're not at the Black Cave. Send it out. Get a family time. Okay, so we up on, it appears, chat is up. Appears we are up on. Okay, so we up on Facebook, we up on YouTube, we up on Periscope. So we up, we about to kick it. The phone lines are open. Let me see if there's one more place I could go. Just checking. Let's just check. They'll let us on there this morning. Nope, can't get on there this morning. So some of the Facebook comments I'm going to be missing. Hopefully it'll come through. All right, let's make sure we up on. All right, YouTube has not come through yet. Text messages went out. The text message has went out. We are live. Except YouTube, okay. All right, something is adjusting on YouTube right now. Cool. We up on YouTube. So let's go. As Miss Gina G say, let's get started.
Mr. Daddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Man, now, grab your cup for some water. I ain't got my glass today. Get your bottle of that water. Twist the cap off that water. Simply pour your water. Drink. Or should I say, live, pour, then drink. Now, move your body, drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Come on. Move your body, drink some water. Family, move your body. Drink. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now raise your cup up to your ancestors. Raise your cup up to your ancestors. Raise your cup into your ancestors' fam. Just raise your glass. Drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Man, listen. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. To stay healthy though, breathe, drink, eat, move. Drink half your weight in ounces. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. Hey! Take your breath, lift and pour, move your body, toast your ancestors, drink up. drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors as drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Fam, fam, fam. I want to thank everybody for joining us today, coming and standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. This is a Heart of a Summer production, and right now we are on the Daily Toast. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Man, oh man, we are gathered here today, family. I got a busy day, got a lot of work to do, very little time to do it, but impossible only takes a little bit longer. So we're going to work it out here on the journey for you. Right now, in the other room, they are doing the HBCU introduction meeting. You know what I'm saying? Where they are informing our children about the HBCUs over at Millennium Community School, 3500 Refugee Road. This is why I'm right now in this undisclosed location. You know, one of the secret bunkers that we have hidden around the city, just in case shit hit the fan. We have to have different command centers in different places so that we get in contact with all of our peoples. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure we toast. We could talk about several things today, family. I had an opportunity to catch up on Watchmen, and we could definitely talk about episode 8, the beauty and the ugliness of it, right? Because it's a lot of shit. So if you watching it with your young people or you watching it yourself, this show is something that needs to be discussed. Actually, I believe all stories in some form or fashion need to be discussed and dissected and help people identify what is the special message in it for them. Remember, there's always a message. If it appeals to you, it is saying something to you, and you have to, family, listen to me, have to get the message. All right? Because some people, it's just entertainment. Oh, okay. Entertainment has changed the world, and we know this, right? This is why we constantly stress staying on point here at Gye-Nyame Journey. I got to move around a little bit, so y'all got to excuse me, because I got TV blanking out in back of me. Want to make sure everything is copacetic, as one of the ancestors would say. Want to make sure it's copacetic. I need to finish drinking the water, but I also want to make sure I got what I need up on screen behind me. So I got to figure out how. Oh, I know how to make it work. Oops. Damn, got my government name up there. Okay. All right. Let me see. Let's go to G&J Media so I can keep this screen on, because it'll go off while we're sitting here, as y'all know. So we'll just go straight to there. Have it take us there. Come on, go. All right, so it's going to take us there, and what we'll do is that we will play it. Of course, I'll kill the sound, right? We'll kill the sound. Take it down a little bit. so we can see y'all comments and stuff. Y'all can see us. We full screen on there. Right there I go. I can look all around and see what's popping off. All right, family. So you can see the stuff that I'm looking at in many cases. So let's go and let's look at some of the stuff that we got in the news, because this is Toast and Talk Kuumba. Lines are open, so let me make sure I let everybody know that. Lines are open. Now, what I'm going to say is, wait to call with the subjects y'all want to discuss after we get done with Toast. Lines are open after Toast. 614-556-4535. Unless I fall into the spirit and just start talking. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's too much posted up on Gye-Nyame Journey's timeline. I had the opportunity to interview Elder Kaba Kamene from Hidden Colors. That was a real good piece. If people want to call in and comment on that, we could talk about that. We also had a town hall meeting this weekend that we need to get into and discuss as well. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully some of y'all will call in so we could go on and discuss some of the fuckery that's afoot with that. Y'all know that, because y'all know the fuckery gets there.
This call is being recorded.
I know the fuckery gets there. So, and then somebody calling in with obviously a lot of noise in the background. But who this? Uh-oh, cool, they blanked out. All right, let's see who that is. All right, that's somebody calling from Cleveland. All right, so once again, we're going to try to hold off on the conversation until after we get done with it. God damn it. I came all the way here and I left the ancestor list at the crib. All right, so we always have a backup list, but I have to apologize.
Do it off the top of your head. No, you know those names.
I know some of those names. Now, so what we're going to do, we're going to do it a little bit different because we're going to be able to get in the conversation quick. We're going to raise the glass and we're going to toast anyway. I'm going to call out the ancestors that I can remember. Family, while you at home, I apologize because I don't have the list on hand. I don't have time to really look it up. What I'm going to ask you to do is, while I'm toasting my ancestors, you call out your own. If they're already on the list, that's cool. If not, that's cool as well. If you have ancestors that you want to make sure that I mention today, go on and put them on the screen. Go on and put them on the screen. Because I apologize, I left my list. So I'm going to have to run down the list that I do know. And I know my list. I hope you know your list. And I hope a lot of y'all are not just depending on Gye-Nyame to just be the only ones toasting your ancestors. We got holidays. You just passed a major holiday. We got another holiday coming up. You know what I'm saying? That you need to be toasting your ancestors during that. You know what I'm saying? Remember having the conversations. Remember the lessons that they had passed on to you. It's very important. So today you have an opportunity to do something that I do every day. And it's a pleasure to be able to toast your ancestors. But I don't have the list, so I apologize. I got up out the house and I ran out and I left everything. So family, to get through the toast and get to the conversation, we're going to do this. I'm raising up the cup or the glass. If you got a glass, I got a wood cup, so that counts, right? We raise our cup or we raise our glass to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We raise up that cup and we salute that Creator and we say the mighty words of Ashe, right? From there, family, we move on to our list of ancestors. And I'm going to give you a couple of seconds, those that have ancestors they want me to mention, and those at home that know the process. We are going to start reciting the name of our ancestors. Family, it is important that we remember our ancestors so that we can remember and pass on the lessons that they left us. All right? You know what I'm saying? So that we could learn from the wisdom and we could learn from some of their mistakes. We could learn from their victories. It's important that we remember our family line because it's from that line that we come and it's from that line that we return, and we will return back to this planet through that line. At least those that believe that. If you don't believe that, leave it alone. Just toast your ancestors. Just salute. All right? So we raise up our glass or our cup, and we salute our ancestors. I'm going to run down my list. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Texana Davis. Man, I ain't said it without the listening all day. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia, when you Walter, Chris Pendergast, and Leon, Chris, Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Marco Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvara Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Cecil Ellis, Alvara Brown, Herman Brown II. We got Montague Pimentel, Normal X, Pet Ma Ra, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Ryan Coleman. Oh, God. Any other names? If none, right? Remember, it's a mistake of the mind and not of the heart. I didn't get to salute all of the ancestors that's on the list, but I got some of them outside of my own family line. I got some of my family line that I didn't remember. Man, that's hurtful. But family, we're doing raising a glass right now. This is for the ancestors, those that we call and those that we did not call. We raise our cup and we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? We go to the present moment. Right now, we are on Kuumba. Family, I want you to activate your reticular formations. I want you to look for Kuumba in your community today. Man, what is the principles? What are the other principles for Kuumba today? I have to look that up because I want to make sure y'all get that. Let's go to my calendar. Where's my calendar? Well, we on Kuumba. I don't believe I left home. I got all my equipment, but I don't have all my equipment. All right, let me see. Hold on. We got somebody posted up. Let's see what they said. They probably got some ancestors on there. My cousin just transitioned. Jermaine Thornton. We raised a cup up to Jermaine Thornton. Any other ancestors out there that anybody want me to mention? Because I don't have the total list. So hopefully y'all are mentioning your own. If there's any new ones, please let me know. Miss Christine, hit us up tomorrow while I'm at home with the equipment so I can write down the name. Let me look up this calendar. I get all calendar. I got all connected to my tools. A lot of stuff I neglected to lock into my mind, even though a lot of that stuff is locked in my mind. So today is Kuumba. Oh. So we raise up our glass, salute in this present moment, because in this moment is our power. Truth, justice, righteousness, reciprocity, balance, order. So today on Kuumba, we are looking at the Modic principle of order, right? Hermetic law. I can't remember which Hermetic law it is. We also know that today is, if you were born on this day, we want to give a round of applause. Hold on. We want to give a round of applause to all of the Kuumba babies that were born on the day. Come on now. I can't get no applause. Everything is acting up on me. That's crazy. I love it. All right, we're going to give those Kuumba babies a round of applause. Raising it up, because it looked like my my whole team has just quit on me real quick. You know what I'm saying? Didn't remind me about my list or nothing, but I at least got the spiritual animals out while it was early. So we salute this present moment, because in this moment is our power. And this moment is where we are able to make the changes in the world that we need to make sure that so that we could create the space for our future generations to do the things that they need to do. We raise our glass and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to our children, our children's children, on to infinity. Because if we're handling our business in the now, they will be able to carry on in the future. And you will be creating a safe and a comfortable space for you to come and to make some adjustments and changes as well. We raise our glass and we say Ashe. From there, family, we move to all of our relations and we toast all of our relations and we say Ashe. From all of our relations, family, we move swiftly into that selfish toast. What is it that you need in this moment, right now, in this moment? What is it that you need to move towards your higher self? Raise that cup and we say Ashe. Last but not least, family, I toast the most magnificent, the most marvelous, the most uplifting, the most inspiring individual in the room. I raise my glass up to you and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. And as we say in Gye-Nyame, K-N. You know what I'm saying? K-N. I ain't got that with me today, Miss CeeLo. So we sipping on water today because I didn't want to bring the ambrosia bottles out. And like I said, this week we had the opportunity to have a conversation with Elder Kuumba Hiawatha Kamene. I appreciate all those that tuned in and listened live, or whether you listen later. We also recorded a town hall meeting, and we also need to go and have a conversation about that. Lines are open. We're going to have this discussion. If y'all willing, if y'all open to the conversation, we can wrap it up. Call in line to 614-556-4535. All right, so the first thing, let's do some light conversation before we move into the shit that's happening on the home front. Because, family, this is the home front, and we have to make sure that we defend the home front. So, as I said before, I caught up on some episodes last night that I missed of The Watchmen. I am a comic book dude. Thank you, Mr. House, say that Kuumba was a great show. Like I said, if y'all want to have a discussion about that, y'all can feel free to call in 614-556-4535. Man, I love comic books. As a matter of fact, I take pride in the fact that it was through comic books that I learned how to read. You know what I'm saying? The books in school weren't inspiring me, and I struggled in the early part of my life with learning how to read. But it was comic books that helped me move my reading to another level where I could actually move to books and really start, you know what I'm saying, start getting into it. I mean, you know what I'm saying, I used to collect comic books. I gave away my collection when I graduated from college. But comic books had a major, major impact on me. So I'm watching The Watchmen. I'm watching The Watchmen, but I guess that's how you say it. I'm watching The Watchmen. And the show on HBO. And everybody was raving about, they was going crazy about episode 8. Episode 8. I guess it came out last week. I'm behind. I might be a few weeks behind. But a lot of people, they were thrilled about episode 8. They were. Oh, okay. So now it's working. All right, that's for the Kuumba babies. All right, Ama, Kwame, and Ama is the day names for Kuumba babies. But anyway, back to it. So I'm watching the show. So I caught up, you know what I'm saying, the best way I can, because I don't have HBO, so I have to go to other people's abodes and check it out. So I'm sitting up and I'm watching these episodes, and the writing is fantastic, and the acting is good, and the messaging, the multi-layered messaging is, I mean, they are following a true mythic tradition. You know what I'm saying? A true storytelling tradition of power. And the most beautiful part about it is that it's filled with black faces as well as built upon black stories. And I think that when you watch these things, it's important that we start having the conversations around the fire, or around the digital fire, which is the TV now. You know what I'm saying? That the media devices are the digital fire. You know what I'm saying? We need to have the talk around these things when we're watching things, because that is what art is supposed to do. It's supposed to not only transform you, but it also is supposed to transform groups, right? So we have to be we have to be aware that messages are coming through and be willing to discuss them. Now I hear people they raving about the fact that, you know, Dr. Manhattan is. If you ain't seen it, I ain't gonna ruin it for you. You know what I'm saying? And just giving a little background, the Watchmen, the show is inspired by a comic book that was done in the 80s, I think. You know what I'm saying? I think called The Watchmen. And it surrounds, the story is about a world where masked heroes band together, but a lot of the heroes don't have superpowers. In this universe, you don't have a plethora of individuals with superpowers. It's only one being on this planet with true superpowers. Now, you got some that are extremely smart and can fight, and you got others that are strong or they're well skilled. But the fact of the matter is that the only one with godlike powers, and even to a point in this universe, he is basically God, is Mr. Manhattan. All right. Fast forward. So in the movie, or in the comic book Watchmen is about a lot of is a story that's based on the fact that a lot of the comic book heroes, or a lot of the heroes in that world, were in a sense being murdered. And the investigation was launched, you know what I'm saying? And the government had, in a sense, outlawed superheroes who wore masks that wasn't working directly for the government. In this world, President Nixon was the president at this time, and he was on his fifth time being elected, you know what I'm saying? And one of the heroes by the name of Adrian Veidt, also known, I can't remember what his name is. In the story, wants to end man's race towards destroying each other. So he formulates a plan where he creates an alien attack. In the comic books, an alien attack. In the movie, it's a bomb that simulates the power of Dr. Manhattan. Well, in the HBO series, it seems like they are keeping close to the narrative of the comic book and not the narrative of the movie. All right, so now those that might be watching, you might be thrown off on that. So, you know, boom, New York was destroyed by a nuke. No, it wasn't a nuclear bomb. And at least in this world, don't appear it was a nuclear bomb. Adrian Veidt created some type of alien threat that forced mankind to have to work together to be able to get rid of this alien threat so that they can have some peace. But 25 years later in this show, there's still no peace. Still a lot of fuckery going on. It's crazy, right? So anyway, the show builds up from there. Now that we kind of caught up, you got to go through and you can watch the episodes. So now in this world, because I want you to understand this, in this universe, in this comic book universe, the civil rights movement never was really able to get jumped off because the masked heroes were there to thwart it and destroy it. I want you to understand that. So, the centerpiece in this storyline is a place called Tulsa, Oklahoma. A lot of y'all might recognize. Anybody out there recognize Tulsa, Oklahoma? Right? You know what I'm saying? This story takes place around Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right? Interesting in itself. Groundbreaking in of itself. And I won't go too in depth. So we go through what's going on in this major plot. You wondering where some of the older characters are, and it take you a while to find out that Adrian Veidt is in this one, and they start mentioning other heroes that were mentioned in the comic book. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it builds up to where the major character, which is played by Regina King, I think her last name is Abar. Her and her husband are a major piece in this whole story. So it comes out that Dr. Manhattan, who had been gone for about 24 years, never really left. And he's here. And he's on the planet. I won't say who he is because I don't want to ruin it for you. But in episode 8, they reveal who Dr. Manhattan is. Now, in the storyline, because we can bring this up to date. In the storyline, the story opens after Regina King's character has taken a drug called nostalgia. Now, this drug goes in and replicates your neurons so that at any given time, if you want to review, it replicates memories. So all you got to do is take the pill. If it's your pill, you can take the pill and you could relive those memories. She overdoses on this drug because this drug was given to her by her grandfather, which is a major character in this plot, in this whole plot. Matter of fact, in this whole aspect of the DC universe, according to this storyline, this dude is a major factor. He's the first hero. He became a hero called Hooded Justice, and they go through his story. I think it's the episode before this, the Hooded Justice, right? They go through it. They talk about how he was the first hero, and he motivated other individuals to don the mask and to become the hero. So he started this whole shit. So when the Silk Spectre, which is another character, but she's no longer a superhero, she worked for the FBI. When she walks into the police precinct where they're holding Regina King's character, they have a show that's playing about Hooded Justice. And Hooded Justice is a buff white boy with a noose around his neck, with a black hood on. You know what I'm saying? And it's a white boy, and the two detectives have this hero in the cell, or in the interrogation room, and they want to talk with him about who he is and what they want him to do. So in the storyline, they are trying to blackmail Hooded Justice to go to his quote-unquote boyfriend's house, because it comes out in this scene that not only is Hooded Justice white, but Hooded Justice is gay. And his boyfriend has been cheating on him with another man by the name of J. Edgar Hoover. I'm telling you, this shit is deep. This shit is deep. Right? So Hooded Justice takes off his mask, and they say cheese, and he jumps up and he beat these two white boys to death and gets away. So as she's walking by, the white police officers are watching this, and she say, "Cut that garbage off." And she walks in and she talks to Angela. So Angela goes into her grandfather's memory that she took from these pills, because the pills, the nostalgia pills, was her grandfather's, were her grandfather's. She takes the pills and she starts reliving her grandfather's life. She finds out, because she didn't know who her grandfather was, because first off, her grandmother separated from her grandfather, moved back to Tulsa, and basically erased him from their whole life. Now the father knew who he was, but the father somehow ended up in Vietnam, and he was in the Vietnam War, and he took his family over there and ended up dying before he could pass on any information to his daughter, in a sense, blah, blah, blah. So she grows up not knowing that she has anybody else left in her life. So this type of shit I hate right here, right? So, back to my story, before I was rudely interrupted by somebody that knows where I'm at, right? This shit is crazy, right? All right, so, now, because I'm saying all this to say something, and I don't want to ruin it for you. It's a great watch, but check this out. So they in a police station. Angela, whatever her name is, Regina King's character is going through her grandfather's memories, and she's put in the place of her grandfather in the memories. So she finds out that her grandfather was Hooded Justice. She finds out how he becomes Hooded Justice. She finds out why Hooded Justice wears a black hood and wears a noose around his neck. You understand what I'm saying? And she finds out about her grandfather's life. And she understands a little bit more of how this whole storyline for this show plays out. All right, so after she goes through that, and she understands who her grandfather is, I'm going to skip that. We come to this one where it talks about her meeting Dr. Manhattan. No, but let me go back. The reason I wanted to bring up that part of the show, because that show demonstrates the power. I want you to understand this. The power of those 4 Ds. Dismiss. What is it? The 4 Ds that Byron Allen talk about. Dismiss, discredit, demonize, destroy. At the very beginning of this show, we learn about Hooded Justice. We find out that he's a white guy. We find out that the white guy is gay, and that he killed the 2 police officers to, one, protect his secret of him being gay, as well as to find out why his boyfriend was cheating on him. Okay? So now, dismiss, discredit, demonize, and destroy. So the show that but then you go into her memories, or into her grandfather's memory, and you find out that her grandfather, who was a black man, was Hooded Justice. And it was this black man that inspired this whole universe hero culture to become who they are. So they're destroying his image. Right? And then on top of that, he kills these 2 police officers, and the show that they were showing it on, the white boy that was playing Hooded Justice supposedly killed these 2 police officers and left them there, and it was like a most wanted piece that they were showing, right? And far as the white story. The black story was that he killed the whole group of police officers because they had a plot to use special projectors to hypnotize black people, that when they went to the movies and they were sitting in the movies, through these projectors, they would project a hypnotic trance. By watching these movies, you would fall into a hypnotic trance. and become very violent and attack each other. He finds where the warehouse is. He kills all of the individuals. He finds out that his individuals on the police force, as well as a group called the Cyclops or Cyclones. I couldn't tell which one it was. He killed all of them and burnt them up. Right? Took the projector, mastered the science, which brought us up into the whole show. So all this shit is happening, time skipping. Anyway, going to 8. Great writing, man. Great writing. And I would suggest that you see it, but I'm going to suggest that you discuss it because there's a lot of fuckery going on. Because it's like, it's good, but then there's a lot of fuckery because you find out that Hooded Justice was gay, and it's like he's a black man, he got a beautiful black wife, he got a child, and he having an affair with a white man, and I'm just like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? And because it was like a show, it was so, and my daughters snuck into the room and was watching it, and Sasha was asking questions, and then all of a sudden I had to be like, get out! God damn it, get out! Yep. Oh, Lord, what's going on here? No. A good story gone bad. No. You know what I'm saying? Because the story could have been written without any of that. Right? Whether he was stroking a male or stroking a female. Oh. Why? In the midst of a beautiful story, it got to be some fuckery. Oh my God, I was just, and I was like, well, that's what we are. It was the story, the writing, family, when I say the writing is the bomb, but now see, and this the issue with this whole series. They could have did this whole series possibly with just innuendos to sex and innuendos to what's going on. And this show would be excellent to get kids wondering about Tulsa and wondering about what do they mean by race riots and exposing them to the ideas of white supremacy, you know what I'm saying, to where they would want to have a discussion about it. But then you got to throw all the other shit in, and it's like it loses steam. Damn. Because Sasha was asking questions like a motherfucker. And she was, because like in these type of books, they jump between time. And Sasha was able to jump with it and keep up with it and ask questions. Like I was like, oh, okay, I got a comic book. I got a future comic book reader here. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that can keep up with it, especially when they get into the story with Dr. Manhattan. Because now, family, I want y'all, those of you that are deep into the spirituality, I want y'all to think about the whole concept of Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan exists in a view of time that is hard to comprehend unless you actually been doing some deep spiritual study and meditating, because this motherfucker exists in all times. There is no before, there is no after for him. All this shit is happening at the same time for him. You understand what I'm saying? So you'll be having a conversation with Dr. Manhattan, and this motherfucker will bust out laughing because at the same time, in a different time, he's having a conversation with somebody else that made him laugh. That because you said something in this conversation that you're having with him right now is happening right now, 10 years ago, where he was talking to somebody else. And this shit is, and he's able, I ain't going to say able to communicate, but it's him in each of these different times. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got omnipresent, omnipotent, omnificent. You know what I'm saying? Concept, and it's trying to wrap your mind around how in the, you know what I'm saying? So, and you know, I'm like, Sasha following this shit. I'm like, whoa, okay. Right? So I won't go into it anymore. It look like y'all ain't interested anyway. You know, I could dig it. But anyway, so now we also had a conversation with Elder Kaba, and I'm going to have another show with brother Philippe Matthews. You heard Kaba mention him a couple of times while we was talking, actually, I'm gonna be doing a write up on some of the products that Brother Philippe has that I think are not only life changing but community changing. You know what I'm saying? We had an opportunity to go into that. We had an interesting conversation about education. I didn't mean to spend that much time on education, but once he got started, I figured why stop him? Because there's some good information. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the major issues that we hit on was getting more black men in the classroom. And family, let me say this to you. You don't have to be a teacher to be in the classroom. You could be a parent that come in and volunteer. You can be on the PTA. You could be on school boards. Like we've been talking about Columbus Public School Board for, you know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the goals for us here at Gye-Nyame. You know what I'm saying? But there's many ways to be involved. You can be a volunteer. You could be they have assistants. They have teacher assistants that if you have at least a high school diploma and can pass the test, that you can actually come in and work in some of these schools. You know what I'm saying? Because we do need a strong black male presence in the school. Not just so that we can help control the behaviors, so that our children can have healthy interactions with black men in places of learning. You understand? It sets a powerful example that these young people will carry for the rest of their lives. Because they just might not run into situations where a black man might be able to have major influence over their lives. You know what I'm saying? Because in school certain things happen. Like I'm a dean, so I have to go on and be dealing with behavior issues, and to look at some of these young people's face when they have somebody in the school, especially when you're dealing with a black young man and a black grown man comes in and speaks for them. It does something to them. You know what I'm saying? When somebody is having an issue and a black man is able to address them, it does something to them. Right? And we need more of that. And then on top of that, we need individuals in these schools with an agenda of pushing our children, not just coming to work. See, because we got a lot of people just coming to work. Ain't none of this shit work. It's like, me doing, people can, how you do this every day. This is not work. This is my responsibility. This is what I love doing this. I love doing what I do. You understand what I'm saying? I love being able to communicate ideas. I love being able to talk about myths and folk tales. I love doing things like this is what I was born to do. It's a passion. I'm not just working. I'm not just trying to get a goddamn check. I have an ulterior motive. It satisfies a certain thing in me. It helps me move towards a purpose in life. And we need individuals that are involved with education, that love what they're doing, and can go through it, because there's a lot of bullshit that come with it, because some of you parents is just a little bit too much. I'm just letting y'all, some of y'all are just a little bit too much, and whether some of y'all know it or not, some of y'all just be escaping with your lives sometimes, because sometimes some of the ways that y'all address some of these individuals that are working with your children every day is ridiculous. And the amount of respect that you show, especially in front of your children, is a travesty. Because then you want your child to respect this individual that you don't respect. How that shit supposed to happen? You know what I'm saying? Education, we have to get into these schools. We have to get into these school boards so that we can influence the curriculum, because the curriculum need to be geared towards moving us towards what we need as a people, what we need as a group. You know what I'm saying? Call lines are open, 614-556-4535. So going back to the Kuumba conversation, knowing Kuumba's history, after talking with him, myself, and then also watching him in these different documentaries, he often referenced the fact that he was an educator. And it really caught my attention when I found out that for some years he was educating the babies. So I wanted to understand, how do we get more men into educating? Not only because a lot of men are in that middle school and that high school piece. How do we get more men into the elementary part of the education process? You understand what I'm saying? More direct teacher, direct leadership from a black man at those young stages. How would our community be different? One of the questions I didn't get to ask is, what happened to all the black teachers? And that is a story that a lot of us, y'all really need to do the research on that, because at one point in time, there was really teaching was only one of the only professions that we could get in when we had degrees. What happened to all the black teachers? What happened? Call in line 614-556-4535. Once again, 614-556-4535. We are sitting here in an undisclosed location, one of the bunkers that we have hidden throughout the city, just in case shit go down. So we got a command center so that we can go and make sure that the movement is still moving. All right, so next piece. Town hall meeting. Oh my God. Town hall meeting was beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It was beautiful, right? And it would have stayed beautiful. But we had NBC4 come and pay us a visit. Now, the town hall meeting was arranged by ADOS Columbus. Mark Stevenson was on the panel. Myself and because I want to make sure I say her name right, because I'll be butchering names here. Man, I still got the flyer up. I'm gonna be mentioning this because I gotta finish this damn newsletter, man. I'm so far behind. It's ridiculous. Also, I got the town hall meeting up on Facebook as well as YouTube if you want to go back and check it out. Oh my God, I don't have the flyer. Well, anyway, the name is slipping me. The young lady, she's running for Congress, and she's interested in pushing forward the idea of reparations, representing us. You know what I'm saying? She's willing to deal with the black agenda. You know what I'm saying? And that right there, for me, is like, you know what I'm saying? Boom. All right, cool. Let's get it. So we're having a marvelous conversation with the community. As many of y'all wasn't out there. It could have been, but hey, I understand. I've been in this a long time. You know, I get a little bit frustrated, but it is what it is. Well, anyway, NBC4 come, and brothers do what brothers do. Brothers make comments. None of them, and none was super controversial. When you at a black town hall meeting, thrown by a group called American Descendants of Slavery. I don't know what. See, this right here, and I want to be very clear about this. What NBC4 showed was white supremacy and white privilege in action. Get mad if you want. I don't give a shit. Right? Because a white reporter, nobody even got that number. See, it's crazy. A white reporter said that she felt uncomfortable in the room because of comments that were made by black men. The one comment that was brought up that was problematic was that a brother who was new to Columbus was wondering where could he go to have a conversation with black people without white people in the room. This made the reporter, who's supposed to be coming to get news, to get information, to share, to get people's feelings, to get how people stand, rather than going and looking at this as an opportunity to interview this young man and find out why he feels it is important, or why it is important for black people to be able to have a space where we could actually have a conversation about where we are. She got offended. She called her supervisors and told them she was uncomfortable. And not only did they stop that show right there, that video recording right there on the spot, they took down the whole piece that happened throughout the day. Because there was two interviews prior to them coming to the town hall meeting. Family, this is why it's important that we have our own media, we have our own voices. We got to do things like I'm doing right here. We got to do, and fuck all the beef. We need the Roland Martins. We need the Yvette Cornells. We need the Tone Talks. We need the TBAs. We need the Black Authorities. We need the Tariq Nasheeds. We need all of these individuals that are able and bold enough to get up and put their opinions up about the news so that you can have somebody that's going through the news and bringing your attention to stuff. Because if we don't have that, then we're just sitting out here floating while all this shit is going on around us, and other people are creating stories. Because that's what they are. They're creating stories to feed us. And these stories don't benefit us, not one iota. Now, Brother Hatem, how could you call that white supremacy and white privilege? We got a white woman sitting at a black town hall meeting that was sent by her employers to smell out and get some news. And rather than get news, she got offended. And because she got offended, not only did they stop the recording right there, not only did they not interview any of the people there, not only, you know what I'm saying, they killed the whole story. Not only did they kill the whole story, I'm understanding that ADOS in Columbus has burnt bridges with NBC4. How? Because the white woman is offended? I'm telling you, them white women tears, family, listen, that shit is, shit. We need to make that shit a perfume and sell it. I'm just trying to tell y'all, family, listen to me. Listen to me. The whole issue was because, now, this is the question that you got to ask for your NBC4, and this is how much they care about the black community, family. Because in a minute, they're going to tell y'all Kwanzaa too black. Just letting you know. Why send a white reporter to a black event? Especially a black event that's called that's sponsored by a group called ADOS, American Descendants of Slavery. Why send a white reporter to a black town hall meeting any goddamn way? Please, help me. Why? Just wondering. I mean, is it me? Is it just me? Or did that not make any sense? Especially when you possibly, or maybe you don't have no black reporters that you could have sent there. That'd be problematic too, NBC4. But hey, it is what it is, family. Go on, like and share. I see y'all quiet out there today. Some of y'all coming in, popping out, and shit like that. Once again, I'm going to give one more try. Call lines are open, 614-556-4535. Once again, call lines are open, 614-556-4535. Call in on the black line. Holler at your brother. Let us know what we doing good, what we doing bad. Let us know what your opinions are. Have you seen Watchmen? What did you think about Watchmen 8? Did you have an opportunity to listen to the interview I did with the conversation we had as a community with Elder Kamene? Were you at the town hall meeting? Did you hear some stuff that was offensive? Did you watch it on Gye-Nyame Journey? Hell, maybe you want to call in and talk about the weather. The show is yours. On the weekends, you call it Toast and Talk. I'm not, I'm not trying to control it. I'm just, I guess I'm like a moderator, But hey, give it 10. All right. Last piece. So, be on the lookout. I have a show coming up interviewing Philip Matthews, also known as Shock Matthews, Reverend Shock. And we're going to be talking about, because he's working on a book called You Are Not Niggas, You Are Netter. And also talk with him about his digitalnomics. As well as what he called Ujanomics, spiritualnomics is all in a nice little package. He got some stuff coming out. A lot of these conversations are going to be definitely in a newsletter. You also get them on gnjmedia.live. You know what I'm saying? You just have to go into the archives. Also, for those that would like to stay up on what we're doing, especially when we do these type of shows where it's like, early enough where I could go and text everybody, because I'm not texting everybody for the regular one, the regular Daily Toast. You can hit us up you text the letters G like in God, N like in Nancy, J like in jelly. Text those letters, G and J, to the number 25456. Just that simple. Go to your text. Type in the letters G, N, J, and send it to 25456. You got it? All right, family. Once again, I'm glad that you have chose to come and chill with us in the congregation of the mighty. Hold on. The congregation of the mighty. What's going on? The home. What in the world? The home of the stubborn minority. The place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Anime? Thank you. This is a Heart of a Simba production. And we have done another Daily Toast. And this is Kuumba Toast and Talk, or Toast and Talk Kuumba. And this has been a Heart of a Simba production, where we strive to blow up your old paradise. All right, family, I'm out.